Mr. Brightside. Mr. Brightside. Hello there. Oh, you got a big spicy bastard making spicy food for Joe. Thank you for joining in. We're going to give everybody a little bit, few more minutes to join. And once you have joined, we will get cracking with the making and the cooking and the shooking. So anybody who was on today's earlier live with Ashton, the recipe is on the website. Namaste, Dr. Devangi Shah. Namaste, ji. The recipe is on the website, and the website is www.foodtalktv.com. So get yourself over to the website. Google it if you need to. The link is on the bio of Food Talk TV. So dive ahead. Dr. Devangi ji, are we going to learn some restaurant takeaway style curry base today? That's what we're going to be doing. We have some viewers at the moment. Nothing to like at the moment, but we will get there soon. And I will turn this around. Let's see how to do this again. Always get this wrong. There we go. So we're going to go, if you look at the top there, it says curry base. I don't know if I can adjust it. You can see it just about there. It's the Yorkshire Indian curry base. Now, what a curry base is, anybody that's just joined, Kaz has just joined. Hello, Kaz. Anybody that's just joined, what the curry base is, this is basically the magic ingredient for restaurant takeaway style food. So if you want to learn how to make restaurant takeaway style food in the comfort of your own home, this is what we're going to do now. Hey, Kaz. Now, basically, if you want to make authentic food, yes, I show that as well. But what people find is authentic food does, especially Indian food, does take that little bit longer on the prep side, takes a little bit longer on the cooking side, may take an hour, etc. Let me just close this door 1 second. There's something going on with... There we go. So it might take a little bit longer, but what we find is this way, when you go to an Indian restaurant or takeaway, what happens is they make the curry base. The chicken's already cooked, the lamb's already cooked, the veg is a little bit nasty, the veg is a bit mushy, that's already cooked. So what happens, somebody orders a buna, somebody orders a korma. What will happen is you're not going to wait 1 hour for a main course. Nobody's going to wait 1 hour. So they'll get it to you in about 10, 15 minutes, probably about 10 minutes at best. Obviously, you're going to order starters, so you're going to waiting time will be longer. But 10 minutes, I can get you a chicken buna. Now, how can they do this? What they do is they put a curry base, they'll get the masala spices, they'll get the chicken or the ingredients that need to go, like peppers, onions, etc., throw it into a frying pan, stir fry, and there you have your chicken buna, and then you have your chicken korma or your lamb pasanda or your butter chicken, etc., etc. But authentic will take a lot longer. Hello, Chef Ostreety. Hello to you. Hi, everybody. So what I'll get cracking, the recipe of this will be available exclusively on foodtalktv.com. And also, obviously, if you want to go to my TikTok or my Instagram, which is at YorkshireIndian, the recipe is on there as a pinned post, and the video is on there showing the demonstration. But here, I'm going to take my time and show you. So what we need, I'll talk you through the recipe first. And thank you for the likes. This is very, very interesting. Everybody liking me. Very, very kind. I've not done anything yet. I know what you're thinking. Oh, what you see is onions. You haven't done anything. I'm not liking. Just fucking double press it. Like it. You can like the onion, pick an onion, and I'll cut that one first. I don't know, only joking. Right. So Indian curry base. What we need is 10 medium-sized onions. Now, you just need to coarsely chop these. You don't need to thinly chop them because we're going to blend the whole thing afterwards. So you need one of those. You need about 4 tablespoons of oil. You can use like a neutral oil, or you can use ghee. I am using a pomace oil here. Usually I use mustard oil, but I'm using a pomace oil. A tin of tomatoes, which is, you can have chopped, you can have plum. Here's plum because I'm going to blend it anyway. 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. So that's that. And then here are the spices you're going to need. You're going to need chili powder. Here is Kashmiri chili powder, but you can use normal hot chili powder or medium chili powder. You're going to need some haldi, which is turmeric. You're going to need some garam masala. You're going to need some cumin powder, which is this one. And you're going to need some coriander powder. And then here, you're going to need some paprika. You can use smoked if you want. This is standard paprika. And this is Madras powder, which is a blend of spices. And this is the hot version. You can have the mild one, but don't go mild, go either medium or go for the hot. And you will be fine. Okay. Love the masala dabba. Thank you, Devangi. I've got lots and lots of these masala dabbas. I've got whole spices. What I'll do is when I'm cooking all this, I'll go through all the spices for people who don't know. Oh, Marina, back in the action. Marina's back in action. So what we're going to do, like I said, obviously if you were going to make authentic food, we will finally either dice these or we will chop these. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do, we're going to make lots of noise with the masala dabba. Sorry about that. Sorry about that sound. Just move this out of the way. Let's reposition this. Hopefully you can hear me. It's a bit late to ask you if you can hear me. And don't forget, before I start, if you want to go to foodtalktv.com, you can get Ashton's recipe, which is live as we speak. This is breaking news, bastard. This is like CNN, Fox News, just breaking news. The recipe has landed on the website. So if anybody's watching this morning and thinking, fuck, my, ain't got fucking recipe, mate. The recipe is on there, so don't worry. Okay? Right. Let's get this sorted. So what you need is a pot. So we'll get this pot here. There's a pot. Can you see a pot? You can see a pot there. I'm sure you can see a pot. It's kind of a deep pot. So I need a deep pot because I've got quite a few onions. So we'll get the pot ready, but what we'll do is we'll do the onions. So I'll show you how to peel. Well, obviously, there's professional way, and there's a standard way, and there's a safe way. So the best thing to do is not to show off and try to do professional cut with the root or the stem, etc. All I'm going to do is we need to peel these fast, and we need to coarsely chop them. So all I'm going to do is take both ends off. There we go. Peel the dry bits, and then we're just going to gently, you can either use your fingers like this, go across, or just go one, done. And then what we'll do is just nicely peel. It should peel off easily, and we will move the peel. And all we're going to do with this, because don't forget we're going to blend it, you've got 2 ways. You can just quarter them, and that should be enough because they'll break up in the pot, or you can just coarsely chop them. So basically not too thin, just nice and coarse. They'll both cook the same way into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my oil on here, put the gas on. I don't know, somebody using gas, somebody using induction, somebody using electric. I'm using gas. So I'm going to go into my gas. No whole spices in this. Doesn't require any whole spices. And don't forget, this is the base for your restaurant, takeaway style cuisine food. When you're working, obviously, America works 9 to 5, bit similar to us in UK. So 9 to 5, you come back, you've done your commute. You're not really going to get all your ingredients and start cooking for an hour and a half just to make 1 curry or 2 curries for 2 people, for example. So this, when you make the curry base, you can freeze these in a container. I'll show you this later. You can take 1 out of the freezer, put it in the fridge when you go to work. It'll defrost it by the time you come back, and you'll have your fresh chicken. You can have your fresh veggies, and you will be able to make curries because I'll be giving you recipes along the way. So don't fucking worry. I'm not just going to dump you. I'm not going to say, there you go, see you later. It's a Dutch oven pot. Thank you for that. I didn't realize that. I thought I bought it in the UK. I didn't go all the way to Deutschland or say Holland to buy it. Dutchy pot. I thought, pass the Dutchy. But that used to be, I'm sure, ganja. Dutchy pot. But I know the story of the Dutch pot. A band called Musical Youth here in the UK. And they were like a family band. They were like the UK version of Jackson 5. but they weren't really as good. And they did like a reggae style song called Pass the Dutchie. And then we found out later, I thought they were talking about a cooking pot, but actually the Dutchie was actually, it was about a joint. They were passing the fucking joint. And all this time when I was a child, I'm thinking about passing a fucking joint about. Can't believe it. You don't know what you're listening to these days. Pump pipe in the fucking house. It's a spliff. Well, some people call it spliff. I think joint is more of a crossover word. I didn't realize anybody in America used the word spliff. So that's why I didn't use it. So we just got 10 of these to do. I mean, you can peel them all and then cut it. I'm just doing them one at a time just to show you bastards that you can. Thank you very, very much for these likes. Look at these likes. Everybody's getting involved now. This is very, very good. Don't forget, this is Food Talk TV. All the recipes are available on foodtalktv.com. If you're new to here, give us a cheeky follow. There's many, many lovely, lovely, lovely chefs, lovely cooks, lovely creators. And they're doing some really, really good work. And you'll find some interesting tips and tricks. You could have tips and tricks on anything. I mean, when you're cooking, don't be so, some people get egotistical. I know everything. I don't need to learn anything. You're learning something all the time. Every day you're learning. The day you stop learning, you might as well call it a fucking day, because you can learn something new all the time. And even if you think you're that good, what you can do is you can learn a new trick and you can incorporate it into your repertoire. I don't even know what fucking repertoire means, but I learned the word somewhere. My English is not very good. But yes, repertoire. Your repertoire, your artillery, your whatever portfolio, you can edit. So you can always edit and you can mix and match and say, you know what? I've learned this new way of searing some vegetables or searing some lamb or beef, and I'm going to try that. And then, but I'm going to use my own recipe. Why not? Why not? Anyway, sorry, I can't see. This is just onions at the moment. I know it's really, really boring, but trust me, we're going to try and take you guys on a journey. Not all today, but over the period of the next coming weeks. If you can do this, this is what I promised you last week, that I'll show you this. This will unlock many, many bastards who follow me have learned how to make this, and they keep sending me images and messages and saying, thank you very much. You have helped me in my life. I make curries better than the local takeaway, and my husband very, very happy, and vice versa. Some guys are saying my wife very, very happy. Your Madras recipe is better than our local restaurant, so they won't go to the restaurant anymore. Now, I'm not saying if you learn this, then don't ever go out to eat in an Indian restaurant. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that. Support your local. Keep supporting local, please. Don't just stop. But you can cut the bastard down. And all I'm teaching you is, if you make at home, you're in charge of the ingredients. You're in charge of how fresh the chicken is. You know that you bought that chicken this morning. You know that you went to the farmer's market or to the local butchers or to the supermarket. Wherever you went, you know it's fresh. So make sure you use it. Whereas when you go to some, I'm not saying they're all irreputable or whatever, but you go to some places, you can't really fucking trust them. Oh, yes, very, very fresh today. Fresh, I bought today. I killed a fucking chicken myself this morning. No, you fucking did not. It could have been in the fucking freezer 15 fucking weeks. I don't fucking know. But you know what I mean. You can't trust anyone these days. You think you can, but you fucking can't. So you're better off just cooking your fucking self. Especially if you like Indian food. If you don't like Indian food, you're fucked. You might as well switch off now and go somewhere else. So, nearly done. This is done. This is done. This is done. This is the hard part. I say hard part. And now we're going to cook these onions for 20 minutes till soft. And while we're doing this, you can ask away any questions that need asking. Let me put this here. Let me put this high. Alexa, volume up. Bastard, I can't hear you. You can't hurt anybody's feelings. Feelings. Right. Let's get this light on. We'll put the extraction on in a bit. I just give a little clean up with all the shrapnel going all over the place. You know what it's like. In kitchens, you make a mess and you clean up as you go. So, share the live. Thank you. Yes, please share the live if you can. If you share the live and if you double click, pop, 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 like this. Like I usually go like this. Pop, 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 till my finger fucking bleeds. No, I don't do it till my finger bleeds. I wouldn't recommend that. But do it fucking fast, you know. Show me if you can do it fast. Let's have a race. How many times you can fucking double tap the fucking... Oh, it's going. They're a bit slow. Put your fucking glass of wine down and fucking press it. Fucking hell, what's going on? Right. So, if you share the live as well, it alerts other people. Paul, 1987 morning. It's afternoon here. I'm in the UK, as you can tell with my Yorkshire accent. Instantly recognizable worldwide. Very instantly recognizable accent. Do it fucking fast. Do it fucking fast. Fast as you can, please. Right, let's turn this up. We're going to cook this. I know you're thinking I'm making an onion stew. I make this is like the start of some bouillabaisse or something. No, it's not. We're making the curry base. So you will see this. Obviously, you'll get the recipe on the foodtalktv.com. Full recipe will be there. And you can also go to my channel at YorkshireIndian on the Instagram. Don't forget, give me cheeky followers. Well, don't be tight, bastard. It costs, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. And obviously, double tapping as well doesn't cost anything. Everything, fat karo, I'm trying my best. See, what I'm doing here, if you can do this, then everything will be fatafat. And anybody checking what fatafat means doesn't mean you're going to get fat. Fatafat means hurry, quickly. Fast. If you say jaldi, it means hurry up. Quickly. Fatafat means quickly. In quick time. That's what doctor's saying. Instead, it pakana good mix the butter. There's the sign. If anybody was looking for a sign, there it is. Mix the butter. Anyway, by the way, I'm from Yorkshire. So anybody thinking, oh, where's you? Hey man, this dude's accent, man. It sounds like it's from the UK, man. No, it's not found in Pakistan, UK. This Yorkshire accent, it's in the UK. With the largest, most beautiful county in the fucking world, but also in UK. And we're in the north of England, which is just above center. Near a place called Leeds. I born in a city called Leeds. So anybody got any questions while we are here? I know everybody's just pucked off and thinking, shit, we're just looking at onions. But you know what? I'm going to take my time. I'm going to play the long game. I'm going to show you this base. It's very, very not exciting to make, but it's something you will need, especially if you're making restaurant style, takeaway style curries. Now, obviously, a lot of Americans on here, USA, TikTokers thinking, what is this Indian food? But Indian food is definitely coming to the USA. Very, very popular. All I see on TikTok is people talking about Indian food. We are all here because we are not there. Thank you. That's very helpful. Justin Holly, thank you for your presence. Not your presence, your presence. Oh, it sounds like the same word. My English is not very good, like I said. Maybe I need a Google Translate to one of those AIs. Let me just press my AI. I've got a new AI filter. So what I was actually saying was, not working properly anyway. Never mind. I'll try it another time. But what we'll do is we'll play the long game. We'll make a curry base. And then next week, I'll show you how to make a couple of curries in the comfort of your own home. We'll make some starters. We'll make some sauces. We'll make some chutneys. We'll do the whole fucking thing on Food Talk TV. They won't know what fucking hit them. Kaz will be like, oh my God, what is going on here? Kaz will be like, oh bloody hell. He'll start speaking a bit different as well. So anybody got any questions while we're here? Samosas? Oh yes, I love it, bit of samosa. Dr. Dvangi, Divanagi. I love that name, Dvangi. Dr. Dvangi. So yes, samosas are lovely. I made bread pakora, mixed samosa. You can make a spring roll. What spices should we keep on hand for curry? Very good question. So what I'll do is I'll turn this down while this is cooking. Let's go over some basic um, ingredients, spices that you will need. So I'll show you this, and I'll show you this. These are like go-to. So go-to means, so obviously you have paprika and you needed the madras powder. So here the go-to here, as you can see. So what I'll do is I'll keep running to the onions and keep stirring. So we're waiting for them to get nice and soft, and then we'll start adding all the other bits and pieces. So don't worry about that. So the go-to, what you will need for most of the curries, the basic curries like the madrases, the bunas, the kormas, etc., you will definitely need haldi, which is turmeric. This is called turmeric. So you definitely need that. You will need chili powder. So this is chili powder, but this is actually Kashmiri chili powder. Kashmiri chili powder gives a nice color, vibrant color, and it's not as pungent, not as spicy or chili as the other chili powders. But if you can't get Kashmiri, then either hot chili powder or normal chili powder will do. Then you will need some tandoori masala, tikka masala. This is basically called tandoori masala. This is a blend of spices that make a tandoori masala. This is good for chicken tikka, tandoori chicken, any kind of grilled food, roasted food, barbecue food, very, very good. But it also goes in some of the karai dishes. So you got that. And here you have garam masala. So the garam masala is also a blend of spices. Now it depends regionally in India. Like if you're north of India, it depends what are the local spices are most prevalent there will go into the garam masala. As opposed to if you go down south, it will still be called garam masala. Garam masala just means hot spices. Garam means hot, masala means spices. So garam masala. So these are your blend of hot spices. And then you have cumin powder, which is jeera. It's cumin powder. They're all roasted, dry roasted, and then blended. And here you have coriander powder. So these are the go-to ones that I will definitely use, and sometimes crushed chili. And then you will need some paprika. Let me show you here. You'll need definitely some paprika. That's for sure. Hot madras powder. The rest you don't need. These are like ginger powder, cardamom powder. You've got some dried fenugreek in here, which is kusuri, called kusuri methi. So you might not need that. Some onion powder, etc. Here the whole spices you will need. Have a look. You just give this a stir. Steady. Thank you for the likes. Likey, but paprika. That's one. So here you have green cardamom. So you have green cardamom. And then you'll have some large cardamom. So basically large cardamom is like a 3-4-year-old green cardamom. So it has a more pungent flavor. It's good with meats. It's a good meat tenderizer. I use these for like meats and rices, etc., like fried rice dishes. You got some bay leaves. You've got some cinnamon. You can have cinnamon stick or cinnamon bark. This is actually cinnamon bark. I've run out of cinnamon stick, but they work just the same. Here is ajwain, which is carom seeds, ajwain. Nice in some veggie dishes and some pakore. Here you have jeera or zira, which is cumin seeds. And then here, where's the mustard queen? You get some mustard seeds. So these are basically not exclusive, but these are usually my go-to ones that I will always go to for most of the recipes. Anything additional to that, I will obviously let you know. Spices, turmeric, paprika, Kashmiri chili, coriander. Thank you very much for that, writing it all down. That's very helpful. So those are the ones you'll basically need for the majority of these restaurant takeaway style dishes. I try not to get too extravagant with people, and I mean, obviously, I show you some authentic dishes with methi seeds and some mace and all these different spices that you won't necessarily have readily available at home, and you won't necessarily be able to locate it depending on where you live. If you live in a kind of like a area where you're going to get some Asian-y shops, well, let's say Asian in America is different from Asian in UK. Asian in UK, they call everybody who's brown Asian, and in America, they call everybody who Asian who are from Asia. But usually, like Korean or Chinese or something like that, they call them Asian. So I say Asian shop here, meaning Indian kind of stroke, Pakistani stroke, Bangladeshi spice shop. There's not that many about. Right, so these are nearly getting nice and soft. You see, they're broken down. Most of the moistures come off. I'm not frying these. I'm like sweating them out. So we're going to let these sweat out. And then we're going to go in with the salt. So we're going to go in with some 2 tablespoons of salt, but I'm going to use some rock salt here. So 2 tablespoons, that's about 1. And should be fine. Now, salt is good for the taste. You don't need to put too much, because don't forget, the separate curries that you make individually, you will be also adding a little bit salt to taste to those. The only thing I don't put in this, where you might see some recipes of people who are showing the curry base, they do put carrots in and peppers in and all sorts of stuff in. And I don't know where that started really. I know which kind of type of people do it, but I don't know why it started. Maybe there were just offcuts of carrots in the kitchen and they start throwing them in, and offcuts of peppers that they use for salad, and they throw the stems in, just to, like a filler and for the color and for a little bit of flavor. But me, because my background is the Indian restaurants, so obviously I'm not in the Indian restaurant trade anymore. This is why I've been showing the secrets, because I don't really give a fuck. It doesn't make a difference. I mean, you with these dishes and with this method, you could actually open a takeaway if you want. Like you do those lemonade sales, you can start selling curries in your local area and say, hey dude, I make chicken madras, dude, you want some madras? It's £9, $9.99, man. Hey dude, I can make it now, but you could do anything. You could do anything with this. So don't worry, no charge, it's pakana free. Some people put carrots. I'm telling you, they put carrots in there. They're putting peppers in there. They're putting all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, what? Carrots. But I think it helps with the color. I don't really know about the taste. But when I use in the restaurant trade, we never put carrots. I only put onions and tomato puree. And basically everything I'm showing you today, this is a very small scale. We would make a huge, I mean, the pots had about 8 handles. You'd need about, when they were full, you'd need 3 to 4 people to carry the pot off the stove. That's how heavy they were. So I used to make like mass scale, because we were busy restaurant. I mean, obviously, it's my fucking restaurant, we're going to be busy, isn't it? Food might look great. It used to taste great as well. And I'm not just saying that myself. I'm fucking award-winning bastards. I'm not just saying it, me saying it. Hey, my food is really good, My food is, I'm not just saying it. Other people saying it. So don't worry. It's tried and tested. It works. So don't worry. Peace signs, mate. Peace signs. Oh, thank you. Is a prize? Is a prize? I thought you were telling me to put peace signs. Sorry. I'm not used to getting presents. Thank you very, very much. What I like is I like likes. Don't press the fucking onions. Press the screen. It's cooler. Right. I'm going to give this another 3 minutes, and we're going to go in with my stuff. So on the recipe that I printed out, which is obviously my recipe, but I added some stuff about the ginger garlic. So we're talking about the carrots and stuff. Forget that bullshit. Now, a lot of my followers and a lot of people who've seen this recipe in the past, they've asked me in no certain terms, why don't you put ginger garlic in here? Why don't you put? Now, when I used to at the restaurant, I never used to put ginger garlic in the base. Reason being, there's many mild dishes that we make in restaurants like korma, butter chicken, etc. Now, in a mild butter chicken or a mild korma, we don't add ginger garlic in there. So once it's in the sauce, you can't really take it out, can you? So what I decided to do was not put any ginger garlic in any of my base dishes. Now, if you need to add ginger garlic, you can do. It's your recipe. Once I pass you the recipe is actually yours. It's a gift. So you can add carrots. You can add fucking orange if you want. Pick it there. Here, throw fucking orange in. Dad, satsuma, put whatever you want in. Doesn't make fucking difference to me. You're going to make it. I can't make it for you, boss. That's simple. So I'm giving you the recipe. I don't put ginger garlic in. Obviously, my recipes will say add 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic, or 1 teaspoon of ginger, 1 teaspoon of garlic, etc., etc. You will see the recipes and you add as you go along. I don't add into my curry base. I never have done, and that is the explanation, just in case anybody was just asking. So, anybody else got any other fantastic questions? So I'm happy with this. I'm going to turn this up. What we're going to do is now, the next step is we're going to add the tomatoes and the bits and pieces. What does it say? Stirring occasionally. Make sure the onions do not stick to pan. I'm reading my own recipes faithfully. You can always turn the heat to low. Add the salt at any stage here. Thank you. We then use stuff, add the tomatoes puree and add the spices. Right, here we go. So, like I said, I'm putting this plum in. Don't worry, you don't need to break it up because we're going to blend all this later. If you want to go in now and mash this so it mixes better, you can do. That's fine. We're going to go into the tomato. We're going to go in with the puree. 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. You can add passata if you like. So we're just going to mash these up a little bit, and they will get blended later. Like I said, very boring dish, but I tell you what, if you follow the next few weeks with me, and if you go to some of my recipes on my current Instagram or current TikTok, which is at Yorkshire Indian, you will see some recipes on there. And once you make this curry base, you will not ever look back. You will never look back. Don't look back. I added a masala dabba to the store at foodtalktv.com, $16.99. Whoa. You could, it's a shame I could send you loads. I've got about 50 in storage, especially this one. I've got about 50 of these left. Probably cost too much to send to the States. So I'll bring some with me in a suitcase when I come. Your curry's on fire. Alexa, volume up. What? Alexa, volume up. What the fuck are you doing? God, hear you. My 12 one is the best. Obviously, this is the back end of one. It's a glass, and they all have individual lids. Keeps it nice and fresh. And then here you have a 4. But I sold out of this. This was like top of the range. They sold out. They sell out really, really fast because they're really good quality. They're made in Delhi by manufacturer Kings something in Delhi. Really, really good. The problem is when you buy in bulk like this, it just costs so much in shipping because of the weight. You know, the wazan. Dr. Divangi knows what I'm talking about. The wazan. These cost about £20. Yes, they do. But obviously, if you buy one from India, you're paying for the weight in postage. This is the problem. So I have seen some for, let's just say, $14.99, but the quality is not very good. The ones I basically source myself, the quality is very, very high, and they will last for a good 10-15 years until you decide you want to swap for something else. Right. I'm ready now to go in with my spices. So let's bat off with, it's quite simple. I've made it so simple, this recipe. 2 of everything. So you got 2 paprika. Turn that down. That's 1. That's 2. 2 madras powder. That's 1. That's 2. That's how easy it is. 2 of that. And then 2 of everything else. So we're going to do haldi, 2, which is turmeric. 2 garam masala, 1, 2 cumin, 2 coriander, 2 and 2 chili powder. You could go for 1 if you want it a bit milder, but 2 is not going to make it extra hot. Don't worry. You're in good shape. And then we're going to go in with some pani. So what I'm going to do is, I still got a bit of tomato left in there, so I'm going to get a jug. 2 cups of water. That's all this demands. 2 cups of water. And then we're going to let those spices cook off. And then what we're going to do is, we'll add the water to get the consistency right. And then we're going to blend it. Now, if you don't have a hand blender, hand blender, if you don't have one of those hand blenders, then what you need to do is, if you're going to use a conventional blender, one of those stationary ones, you make sure this all cools down first, because you're going to have a nasty fucking accident on your face. And then you're going to say that, that guy from Food Talk TV, that Yorkshire Indian bastard, he told me to fucking put in blender, and now I can't see fuck all. So don't do that. Please. So I've only got a 1 cup kettle, so I do it just 1 cup at a time to save energy, because I'm a lazy bastard. So in with the first one there. That's 1 cup. 1 cup there. Oh, yes, please. I mean, you can actually eat this once it's cooked. You can spread it on some toast. You get some ciabatta bread and call it a bruschetta. I want a bruschetta. I want an Indian bruschetta. It's not an Indian bruschetta. We're not going to put it on some toast. I'm just saying you can if you're hungry. Right, Lori? Oh, that was clever. I forgot to put the fucking jug there. What a silly bastard I am. But let me just lift this up without burning my fingers. Oh, teri pan. Oh, teri. There we go. Put it in here. Waste not, fucking want not. Get rid of the tomato. That's me 2 cups of water. It's all done now. It's all sorted. 2 cups of water gone in, mate. There we go. And we'll just let that cook. And while that's cooking away, we'll have another chit chat. Sorry. Not supposed to say that now. Oh, I know why that happened. Because I've got a microphone on today. Usually I don't have microphone, but I noticed last week when I did my live, I kept walking to the cupboards and you couldn't hear what I was saying. But now you can hear what I'm saying. So it's catch-22. It's catch-22. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Anyway, while I'm here, I just wanted to remind everybody, if you were on Food Talk TV this morning and you watched Ashton cook the lovely dish that she made, the recipe is now available on the foodtalktv.com. So go to the site and have a look. And actually, it's had a revamp, has the website. It's very user-friendly. It's very mobile-friendly. It's interactive. It's got graphics. No, it's not it. But you know what I mean. We spent a lot of money on it. So we want people to fucking visit it. There's no point if you don't visit. So just visit. Go check the fucking recipe, and Ashton's happy, Kay's happy, everyone fucking happy, you happy, everyone happy. Simple. Make everyone nice, happy, okay? And just keep fucking smiling. So that's that. And then obviously, if you're not following us, make sure you give us a big follow. So thank you very much for the gifts. Wow, lots and lots of gifts. Everybody's enjoying the sun. What's the weather like at the moment? Today is the hottest day in the UK to date, and I am sweating my chitta off. I just been to a wedding and I was sweating my ass off there, and I'm sweating my chitta off in the kitchen. I need to be in the garden, but I can't even have a shandy. I can't have no wine because I really gotta go to the airport later on, so I need to drive. So let's keep it simple. Oh, look at this bubbling away. Now, if you're not happy with the consistency, you think this is a little bit thick, then you can always add more water, but don't do it yet. So with this now, it's more or less there. How many minutes are we in? What time is it? It's only been half an hour. I'd like to cook this off a little bit longer. Make sure those spices cook, but don't forget, if you don't fully cook these spices in here, it's not going to be a major problem, because they will cook when you make the individual curries. They will cook off. It will finish cook. I can't say it. Cook off. There, I said it. Cook off. I can say it. 34 minutes in. Thank you very much. Timer. Pump with the fucking times. Look like cooked off. How many? What is the ratio with fresh tomatoes? How many in this? So the fresh tomatoes here versus, I would probably put, it depending, if it's medium size but free. 2 large plum tomatoes will be fine, but 3 medium should be fine. As long as you put the puree in with it, then you'll be fine. The puree gives it that nice deep red color, that authentic curry look. And when I blend this, you will see these onions still need a little bit softening, but we need these spices to cook. Oh, it smells like a curry. Actually, it does actually smell like a curry. I mean, you could actually go in and throw some chicken in here now and just cook it, and the chicken will be cooked in about 20 minutes, and you'll have a nice little curry. But it won't taste. It'll taste like a mild curry. So this will come out, although we put chili powder in, although we put madras powder in, and all those other spices. If you had this, let's just say if you were used to Indian food to a medium level, this would taste like a curry, chicken curry, really. So if I made a chicken curry out of this, I wouldn't have to add any extra spices, maybe a little bit of coriander powder, a little bit of zira, and that's about it. And then I would add the chicken, I would add the sauce, cook it away, add a little bit of oil, cooked oil, throw that in, and there you have a curry. You don't need to add any additional spices. Then if you had a madras, you would add some chili powder and some extra spices. Same sauce with everything. You will see this will open up, not a can of worms, probably the wrong expression, open up lots of opportunities, a Pandora's box, should we say, of Indian restaurant style, takeaway style curries. This is what it will do. It will help you in any busy home, busy lifestyle. Even, I would say, Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis with a busy lifestyle would definitely use this to make Indian food. Obviously, it's not going to beat authentic, but like I said, authentic takes time. Now, if you have time, I do show people how to make authentic curries as well, because that's what I would normally cook in the house. Authentic, because I have time to do it. But some people don't, busy lifestyles, Well, I don't always have time. For example, if I'm working, I'm busy, I've been traveling, and I come back, 6:30, the last thing I want to do is stand for an hour and a half cooking goat curry or something, I don't want to do that. And I don't want to put it in the slow cooker either, because I think it tastes shit. So I want it to be tasting nicey. So I do most of my cooking on the Friday or the Saturday or the Sunday, and I batch cook it, and then I can enjoy through the week as well. But this is a different vibe. It will cure all sinus problems. Well, I'm not going to, I'm going to conquer with that. Anything a doctor says, I'm going to conquer, that's for sure. It's not it's not sorting my fucking sinus out, that's for sure. I don't have sinus. So, yes. Anybody else got any questions while we're here? We're thinning out a bit, but that's to be understood, because I told a lot of UK people to come and join me. But like I said, it's the hottest day of the year. So not everybody's stupid like me that's going to be inside cooking a fucking curry base in the hottest day of the year. They're going to be outside with the pina colada, and they're going to be drinking some gin and tonic or something, like a special cocktail or something. That's what they're going to be doing. So I was going to make a couple of other things, but I can't do it now. I'm just going to show you this. And like I said, anybody needs to recap on this, you could go back to Food Talk TV, go to Food Talk TV's Facebook, or go to Food Talk TV's YouTube, and you will see the dish I made last week, which was karai chicken. And in the karai chicken, I added the curry base. And then people will be thinking, what was that curry base you put in there? And now you can see this is the prequel. So this is basically the advertisement shown first. This is the prequel to that. So this is the curry base that you will need. So this is going quite thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of water, let it cool down, cold water. I'm going to switch this off now. I'm happy with this. We're going to a little bit of water here just to cool it down. And the reason I'm going to switch it off, what happens is when I blend this, it gets quite thick. And if you leave the gas on or the hob on, it starts splattering everywhere. And we don't need that drama. So here I can blend this hot because I'm going to use a hand blender. Where's it gone? But like I said, if you're going to use like a Ninja blender or one of those large stationary blenders, food blenders, then you need to please let this cool down for a good 15-20 minutes. Let it cool, put it in the window, put it in the I don't know, put it somewhere, let it cool down. Make sure it's cool before you add it to a blender where you're going to put a lid on. Otherwise you will create steam and you will create a mini explosion all over your paste. Gluten-free, Mama Rachel, back in the fucking house. How you doing, Rachel? What's happening? I was on your live last night. You doing what are you doing? Battle? What's called a battle? I've never done that. Maybe I should try this battle shuttle. Battleships? No, battle. Just a battle. Maybe I should try it. I'm just tanning. I'm trying to tan, but I can't tan much here. I'm trying to top my tan up, you know. But I'm making this curry base. So let's have a look at what this will look like. So we're going to blend this away. This should blend nicely. The onions are nice and soft. And you can carry on cooking this for the next 20 minutes or so. But I want to show you quickly what it's going to look like. And it will be quite thick, this. So what we do is, this is why when on the recipes you'll see 150 milliliter of curry base. Some will say 200, some will say 300. And you can always add water to those dishes and make the consistency right for you. I'm going to Nashville tonight with a boxer. We're coming back Sunday. Ooh. Oh, with the boxer. I thought I said with a boxer. So while anybody's there, Heather Dickerson, he's a boxer, with boxer. Oh, he's a boxer. Boxer as in dog or boxer as in the sport? Sport. So he's a boxer. Okay. Hello, Heather. How we're doing? Ooh, you all right? So we don't really have all the similar people from last week, but one or two. But that's fine with me. There's not a lot of people from the UK here. You got an immersion mixer? Not a lot of people from the UK, but like I said, it's the actual hottest day of the year. So everybody's out and about, even in a beer garden or in their own garden, you know, enjoying and chilling. So don't forget this recipe and other recipes available on foodtalktv.com. Give it a search. Go click on it. You will see all about all the creators. You will see all about the recipes. You will have other videos and other links on there. You can go on to the YouTube. You can go on to the Facebook. You can go on to the Twitters. You can go on to the TikToks, which you are on now. You can go on to the Instagram. Food Talk TV, man. They're everywhere. They don't talk about, man. I'm telling you. These guys are everywhere, man. Everywhere. This looks so good. Thank you. For anybody that missed it, this is the curry base that will unlock all your curry recipes. UK better cool down. Why? What? I missed that. UK better cool down by September when I go. I think it will. So we're going to have a hot weekend and a hot week, and then apparently storms the following weekend, and thunder showers and storms over the weekend and running into next week. So here you don't know what you're going to get. It's like, do they have potluck there in America? Potluck, you know, when they say potluck, or like a lucky bag. The weather here is like a lucky bag. You don't exactly know what the fuck you're going to get. And sometimes there's no luck at all, you know. So you can plan for the summer and then start raining, and you can plan for the rain and you start sweating your chitta off and you get really, really hot. So you can't plan for shit, just take it as it comes. So there we go. Just have a check any other extra lumps. But like I said, don't forget, it's only onion anyway, so it's not really going to make that much difference, one or two. Nice little shine on there. I'm happy with this. Okay. So I'm just going to wash this, because I like to wash it and dry it and put it away straight away. Don't like talking about. I don't like leaving it aside dirty and letting it get dirty. That's why it's nice and pristine condition. 1 second. I like to save my stuff, you know, keep an eye on it, wash it, dry it, put it away so don't get damaged. Give me tissue. Tissue there, huh? Bloody hell, I can't break it with one hand. So yes, the color is great. Adding butter, ooh, yes, butter, ooh. But I wouldn't add butter to this. I would definitely wait to see what dish needs to be made. And then when you add it to that dish and you want to add a little bit of butter, 100%. But Dr. Devangi, we're not going to eat this as it is. This is going to be cooked further because it's going to go into the individual curry dishes. So let's have a look at the texture here while we're on it. Let's get a spoon. Now there's the texture. See, no carrots, no peppers. And look at that. Look. Lovely, lovely onion texture. So let me try this. Let's see what the flavors are saying. And I'll tell you what, is it too spicy? Is it mild? Is it medium? Is it what I said it was? Like a curry? Oh, tastes good. So, like I said, while I was putting the chili powder, this is more of a curry. It's like a spicy curry flavor because I put some extra Kashmiri chili powder in there. If you want to milden it down and keep it mild, just put one. But this will be fine. Because when you add, don't forget, you're going to add the chicken and you're going to add the sauce. And then the other things, you're going to add more tomatoes, you're going to add some peppers, you're going to add some onions on some dishes, you're going to add cream to some dishes, you're going to add butter, like Dr. Devangi just said. Devangi Shah is going to say you're going to add butter, you can add ghee, you're going to add lots and lots of things to mild it down. So people who like spicy can make it spicy. And I'll show you what I do with these. This is what I do. I'll show you. Let me get a couple first. The right size. 500 no good, maybe 650. Where's my 650s gone? Here they are. 650s, yes. Thank you. So I've got these dishes with 650 ml. So what I like to do with these, you've got your tubs. Freezable, you put them in the fridge, you put anything, you put dates on the top, etc. So what I do is I put them, this is about 650. So I make sure I put at least 600 to 650 inside. So when you got recipes for 300 or whatever, you can take one of these out of the freezer a day before, put it in the fridge, and then by the evening it's going to be ready, defrosted. And what we'll do is we'll take half out, we'll heat that in a small saucepan with a little bit of water, and you can then heat. Sorry, what is this box? I missed that box because I've got a big frame going over my Was it a question? What was it? I don't even know what it was actually. I apologize if it was something important. If somebody did it, do it again, and I will see if I can answer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour these in just to show you how it looks inside the pot. Usually this will make about 5 of these at about 600 ml. I want to fill it to the top. Let's see. Oh, it's going to do 3. Maybe I put less. This is perfect for me. So 650 and 650. I'll just scrape this out. Let me just get something to scrape it out with. Waste knot and definitely one knot, all nicely smooth. There we go. Happy days, man. Happy days. There we have it. So what I'm going to do is with these now, we'll let these cool down, room temperature. And then once they cool, I'm going to add straight to the freezer. Unless I make some dishes this week for video, I might put one in the fridge. And these in the fridge, these will last about 3-4 days. Refrigerated once you let it cool down. And in the freezer, 6 months. But obviously, if you're making a small batch like this, I mean, obviously it's not a small batch. For this now, in some of my recipes, you will get a good 3 curries out of this, 2 to 3 curries out of this, serving 2 to 3 people. So you're going to feed 9 people just out of this, 9 out of this, 9 out of that. My maths are correct. That's about 27 portions. 27 portions out of 10 onions. And actually, I only put 9 onions in because I didn't like the look of this one. So I left this one out. So that's 9 onions. So the recipe says 10 onions, medium onions. And with those recipe, etc., relatively cheap to make. But if you times 27 by your local curry house or local restaurant or local takeaway, how much do they charge per curry? I'm not absolutely completely sure about USA. How much do they charge here from 5 now for a curry? Let's just say a Buna or a Madras is like $8.99, $7.99 or something. What would it be? $9.99 for a curry. So you're talking about 250 quid, 15 pounds, so some $15. So $15. So that's quite a lot. So you're talking about 300, nearly $400, something like that. I don't know. So you're saving quite a lot of money. You're spending what, £2, $3 on the onions, another $1.50, $2 on the spices, maybe like touching 50 cents on the oil. The tomato tin is going to cost you quite expensive now, so let's just say $1. So all in all, about $6, $7 to make, including the gas. This will unlock all those curries. Then all you need to do is buy the fillers like the chicken, but you can buy like 300, 400 gram of chicken for the recipes specifically, and you can buy it fresh on the day. $18.25 at a decent restaurant. So there you go. Obviously, food costs are quite high everywhere. They have to make a margin. They're in business to make a profit. They're not there to say, oh, hello, you want some Indian food? Here's the plate. Have it. Welcome. You fucking welcome. No, they're not going to say that. They're going to say you're welcome. They're going to give you nice service. But end of the day, you're going to fucking pay for it, aren't you, Buster? It's not going to be free. It's not like coming to my house or Dr. Shah's house and she's going to invite you and give you papad and chevra and sit you down and give you some samosa for free. That's once in a blue moon. You come every day, she'll tell you to fuck off. So you get what I mean. Everything costs. So, but the good thing about this, put it in freezer. You don't have to have curry every day. You have curry once in a blue moon. You have curry once a week. You have curry once a month. This you don't have to make every day. What did it take? Like 45 minutes to make, to an hour to make? Not that long, and you unlocked all those secrets. So what we will do, let me just flip this so we can see me. Don't know why you want to see me. I don't know why anybody wants to see me, but you can do. Let's have a look. Oh, microphone's still working, battery's still there. So there you go. Spicy mustard. So basically there you have it. I've got shorts on, so why not hide the shorts? We go here like this. So there you have it. This is the Yorkshire Indian curry base, which is at the top. Don't forget to like and follow Food Talk TV on the TikToks. My name is @YorkshireIndian. If you want to give me a cheeky follow, go to my page straight after this. Don't forget to go to foodtalktv.com to check all the recipes out. My recipe will be on during the week. Ashton's from this morning, her recipe is live, and other creators' recipes are all on there with the image of what they made. You can be cooking just lovely, lovely dishes just like them. There you are. I'm here. So yes, sorry, I did this. My apologies. It was a little bit boring watching me cook some onions, but I made it the restaurant takeaway style way. And I'm not joking. You could actually open an Indian takeaway in the States with just this and a few. You probably need a few more than 5 or 10, but say 15 of my recipes. You could go ahead and start cooking for your friends, your family, and you'll be cooking like a pro in no time. Many people in England, because don't forget, Indian food has been around in UK for a long time. It's basically a national dish, is curries. So many people here know a lot more about curries than they do in the States. And when they've been making this and my recipes, they're thanking me for changing everything about Indian food in their family circles, their friends that come over for curries, rather than spending 60-70 pounds on a takeaway or 100 pounds on a takeaway. They're making themselves and saving lots of money, increasing the freshness, increasing the flavor, decreasing the costs, and everybody is happy. So happy, shappy, lappy, wappy, dappy. So I know we didn't have that many viewers today, which is fine. I can live with that. Thank you so much for all the likes. We did definitely made the most of it. Nice demo. Thank you very much, Rice's Kitchen. I appreciate that. Divanji, thank you very much. Dr. Shah for Shukriya ji. I nearly put my hands together. I nearly dropped this. Let me put that away. I will give you pranam. Thank you, everybody. Only 17 viewers is what it is. 15 viewers now. It is what it is. It's not really a problem. I am thankful, even if there was 2, even if there's 3. Very thankful for anybody that took part. But don't forget, next week I will show you what you can actually do with this curry base. If you're not too sure, you can go to foodtalktv.com and see my recipe from last week, which is fried chicken, and you can see the demonstration on the YouTube. Thank you very much. It's early West Coast. Oh, it's late here now. It's 5 o'clock p.m. 5 in the evening. I'm going to get myself out. I'm going to make myself a really cold drink. I'm going to go sit and get a little bit of a tan. Pranam ji, thank you very much. Good night. God bless.